Italian actress Gina Lollobrigida, one of the biggest stars of European cinema in the 1950s and 60s, has died at the age of 95. Often described as the most beautiful woman in the world, her films included Beat the Devil, The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Crossed Swords. She co-starred alongside the likes of Humphrey Bogart, Frank Sinatra, Rock Hudson and Errol Flynn. Her career faded in the 1960s and she moved into photography and politics. Nicknamed Lollo, she was one of the last surviving icons of the glory days of film, who Bogart said, made Marilyn Monroe look like Shirley Temple. Movie mogul Howard Hughes showered her with marriage proposals. Off-camera, she enjoyed a feud with fellow Italian star Sophia Loren. Culture Minister Gennaro Sangiuliano wrote on Twitter, "Farewell to a diva of the silver screen, protagonist of more than half a century of Italian cinema history. Her charm will remain eternal." She died in a Rome clinic. Her former lawyer Giulia Satani told the Reuters news agency, Luigina Lollobrigida was born on 4 July 1927. The daughter of a furniture manufacturer, Gina spent her teenage years avoiding wartime bombing raids before studying sculpture at Rome's Academy of Fine Arts. A talent scout offered her an audition at Cinecittà, then the largest film studio in Europe and Italy's thriving, Hollywood on the Tiber. Lollobrigida wasn't keen. "I refused when they offered me my first role," she recalled. "So, they said they would pay me 1,000 lire. I told them my price was 1 million lire, thinking that would put a stop to the whole thing. But they said yes." In 1947, she entered the Miss Italia beauty pageant, a competition that launched many notable careers, and came third. 2 years later, she married a Slovenian doctor, Milko Škofik. Škofik took some bikini-clad publicity shots of his new, and still relatively unknown, wife. 6,000 miles away in Hollywood, the world's richest man sat up. Hughes had just taken control of a major studio. He was more than 20 years older than Lollobrigida and famous for a string of affairs with the most glamorous women of the age, including Marlene Dietrich, Rita Hayworth and Ava Gardner. He tracked Lollobrigida down and offered a screen test. She accepted, expecting her husband to accompany her to America. On the day of departure, only one of the tickets Hughes had promised showed up. Hughes had divorce lawyers waiting at the airport.